Greetings. Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and good. Alright, for today's video, I have come up with the content, and that is going to be focus on when, not if. Right? It's about focus on when, not if. We all know that things will happen. So let's not focus on the if things, right? But instead focus on when, right? So when it happens, what you're gonna do. It's not what if it happened or not, right? So it will somehow happen. So let's plan for what's the thing that we're gonna do when it happened, right? So in today's video, it's going to be same always about free knowledge, free business ideas, and about products or services that we want to bring into the world. We will discuss about how to start that, right? So if you have a new product, or if you have a new ideas or something that you want to start with, the best way always is to think reverse. So in a conventional way, it is to create a product and then you supply that to the people. So now what we want to discuss in this content is not the conventional way, right? First, you want to create the audience and then create your product. Because if you end up building a product for your audience and you probably do not know who's going to be your next audience, who's going to be your buyer, who's going to be your subscriber, you're just going to be wasting your time, your money, your resource, and everything basically. And probably it may not be very successful. And most of the chances are that 80% or 75% that you will fail in that product or that idea. So the best way to start with in an efficient way is to first talk to 10 to 15 people about how you think your idea is or your product is or how it's going to be. Then based on people feedback, try to validate and bring more kind of the advantage, of the features or the quality in the product, right? So how do you get that people? It's one of the things that we always have a hard time. So when you are about to invest on an idea, right, you got to be investing in your time. So one of the things that I would say is go to any bar before people get drunk or anything like that. I mean to say, like, go to public events or places where you don't have to run around much, but then people are nearby. So go to public events, right, and go and talk to people, ask for 1 or 2 minutes and share your ideas and see what their feedbacks are. There will be chances are that people may not know about what you are talking, but that's what you would have to understand, like how will you educate your products to the people who does not have any idea about your product. But at the end, if you're able to explain to them, and by developing your MVP product, which is the most valuable product or the minimum viable product, right, you will be able to give them a clear picture, and potentially chances are that they become your buyer or your subscriber. So when you have the chance, right, to invest on your idea, on something that you want to start with, go and talk to people. People are the one who are going to buy your product. Without knowing who's going to be your buyer, you're going to be just wasting your time, and it's a very wrong investment. I have did many times and I have the worst experience, believe it or not. But I don't want you to go through that steps again. As Jack Ma says, learn from the people who failed many times, not by the winners, right? You will win somehow, but you gotta minimize the loss. And to minimize the losses by understanding and learning from the people who did the mistakes. And that is what I want to share with you. I don't want you to go through that mistake stage, but then learn and implement from their own work and be more efficient and be more productivity on your idea or your concepts or your business, whatever that you want to do, right? So now, as we have mentioned, that focus on building the understanding of about your product to your audience, and based on that, try to create a minimum viable product that can be used. So what I used to do was create the whole bunch of a product and then I try to release and market the product. And believe it or not, at that point of time, I do not have a subscriber or a buyers at all, but I invested 2,000 to 3,000 on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, the marketing campaign things. What do I get? Nothing. I just waste my time, and I have to spend another month or two to explain to the people. And then what happened here in this period of time is I already spent about like 6 to 1 year, and then nobody buy my product, right? And the applications that we have developed, spent thousands and thousands of dollars and developed that for a year. Nobody knows it, and it's hard for it's hard for people to understand what we are doing actually. And then the other thing is that it's hard for us people to meet everybody, right? We may try to contact and discuss over the phone and all those things, but what we need and what we lack in this point of time is the genuinity, right? Are we true, or are we the real person trying to convey, or asking them, or trying to help them with a good product that is useful for them in their life, right? So here's the thing, okay? So get people, just share your idea, all right? Capture those 1 hour footage of what people think. Just take the video of it and then ask people, reward them with some kind of a free stuff, or provide them a great value or something that they may be interested with, whatever the time that you are asking from them. Nothing go for free. When you give something to people, they genuinely give you a right feedback, and that's the best way to understand how you're going to develop your product, because you want them to be your future subscriber or your future buyers. So that way you will be able to have kind of a positive interactions with the people about your concepts, right? And that's the best way, or that's the efficient way for you to start working on the requirements and the need by the people who are going to be your future customer. So in the conventional way, it is like you create a product and then you search for the audience and the people who are going to buy your product. But in this point of time, your runway is very, very long, I would say, without making any money. You're just going to be wasting your time. So the business is going to be upside down in one way. The best way is to focus on a little amount of people who are going to be your actual buyer, who are going to be your actual subscriber, and based on that, slowly build that crowd for them to create a basic features or basics platform to interact, a basic product that they can use, and they become your patrons, right? They can become your the brand ambassador, right? So that is what you're looking for. And so at that same time, what happens is that people will give you a positive feedbacks, and word of mouth will spread, right? That's one of the best things that we need in the business. Word of mouth is one of the greatest feedback that progress in every business. So now what you do is go ahead and to talk to people, and then grab those points and create the ideas, right? So here, what I usually do is I have like kind of a lot of notebooks to write that, and sometimes I would carry my camera or for using my phone, and then I talk to people and then ask them what is the best way they think if they can get those kind of products or features or whatever that they can use in their daily life, right? So in this way, I will get positive feedback from the people, right? So again, focus on when, not if, because that's the best way you will be able to pre-plan what is going to happen in the days that will be coming in no time, right? So with that, I would like you to leave you with this last point. Now let's talk about one of this automobile industry in Michigan or in Chicago. All right, the company used to see their product as a cars and a vehicle on the highway, right? So they want to create more and more products, thinking that people actually need a vehicle, right? People, let's create a lot of productions, create a lot of different kind of a vehicle. At the end, after being in the business for decades, they understand what if we look from the other side, and they found out that people do not need a vehicle, they need transportation. So if you can create the transportation system instead of the vehicle, you will succeed in your business. All right, guys, with that, please, if you do have questions, or if you want to share your ideas or products or anything like that, feel free to share in the comments, and I will contact back you, or we will go from there. All right. So until then, you guys have a good day and stay blessed.